Liza.
Yes.
We're live. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Let's introduce each other.
Ew.
Always.
I just looked over at the stream. What's with the title?
What?
Well, I'm not watching. What is it?
Weird with today's episode title.
Is this a joke based on the
Don't
Chat.
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
based on the thing in the thing? The
Yeah.
thing? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, based on the who's it with the what's it.
Anyhow, welcome everyone. Sorry we've been gone for so long. Medical problems and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
My health is a constant roller coaster.
Oh, prolonged medical issues.
It's a wheel of medical issues.
Wheel of medical issues. Turn. Tell us this issue that we have earned.
No. I was going to say the body part that's going to burn, but
Anyways, everybody, let's introduce ourselves going down the list.
Hello. My player is Nicole. Oh, well, that's me. And then my character name is Agamida, the lizard folk barbarian, who solves most of her problems through ritual combat
Or eating.
or eating. Yes.
Why cannot put it on 150? It has to be 149 or 151. Oh, right, it's me. Hi, I am Alexa. I play Sidon, the Kobold Artificer. It was, I'm pretty sure about to have another set of dreams that won't be hers. Theirs. Fuck. Well,
Hi, I'm Lil. I played a meter. I'm awesome. That is all. Alan, you'll go.
I'm Alan. I'm still waiting for my roll 20 to come up. It was a little like it should be up soon. I play. Crap, is this Bob?
Sachi.
Ted. Oh, this is Sachi. This is Sachi. Yes, I'm playing Sachi, the
How-
summoner.
how could you get Sachiko confused with Bob or Ted?
I've confused my own name before.
All when introducing themselves to a business contact once introduced themselves as Chrysanthemum.
Well, no. I introduced someone else as Chrysanthemum.
Right. You introduced
I
yourself.
introduced myself as Bob.
And Dude did
How-
that one time.
How did I ever come to meet you two?
I don't know, but it's glorious.
Well, I dragged you into a game with Eliza, and then Eliza dragged you to Alan.
Yeah.
It once spent, what was it, 3.5, 4 hours trying to guess the name Tim? Or was it Tom? It was Tom.
Yeah.
Damn it. Anyhow,
They didn't believe I'm bad with names.
until we did all this.
Next up.
I'm home. I play Dorian, and shit is about to go down.
Hopefully not physically.
Yeah, let's be honest, it's going to be physical. We know what's about to happen.
Probably.
Like,
Yes,
Look.
and that brings us to me. I'm Moira, and I play Vixen, the Way of the Astral Self theme, Way of the Astral Self monk, Fox theme shifter, and I am definitely not a bard.
You have enough trauma to be one, though.
Vixen, play this.
you're going to be getting a hell lot of beats soon.
Vixen, play Wonderwall.
Stay 1,000-yard stare into the distance.
Sitting on a beach, with the words in the foreground, man.
Next up is Necro. Necro.
Yeah.
Necro.
Oh, have I muted?
Introduce yourself.
Sorry. I thought I muted myself. But yeah, I'm Necromojo, and I'm playing Colton Dolores, party's Warlock-Rogue, and current party dad.
It's not me for once.
Well,
Yeah,
he has
you're
to-
one of the children that we have to supervise.
well,
Oh.
well, he has to dad someone since he can't speak to his family.
No, wait.
Wow.
Wait. Colton is the party dad that doesn't understand technology or bureaucracy too well. Knows the fundamentals though. Then there's Sachiko, who no one really understands, but knows that stuff all too well.
And of course, like always, I am Eliza, your guide and DM to the world of Aeraus.
Welcome to Chaos.
And who wants to cover what happened last time?
I honestly have no idea. My brain is all kinds of fuzzy right now.
We fought Kitty Whippins.
Yes, we did. We fought displacer beasts. And somehow no one got. Only a few of us got critically injured.
And Sidon
What?
became a walking pile of displacer beast bits. With
Yeah,
absolute pride.
Look, they're prideful because they actually carved something out without the help of Darian. So
Just a walking pile of materials going, hi.
we got
It
this.
was so glorious.
It was also very adorable.
I carved it. But yeah, then we came back and decided to travel for a little bit. Thankfully, nothing else happened on our way to Asfodad, except on the outskirts, the panels were arranged in such a way that a full moon was possible, allowing, well, I say allowing, but forcing Darian to become a werebadger for the night.
For the first time,
In
I'm
history.
still waiting for the Trask.
And he then ran off with Vixen and Colton on his tail. Do badgers have tails?
Yes, very short ones. Relatively speaking.
While the rest of us managed to get a penthouse thanks to, who is it, Demeter? Sachiko?
Demeter does not understand economy.
Yeah, Demeter just paid a little bit more than needed for the penthouse.
Yeah, it got us about, what, a week's worth?
Yep.
Yep. Which honestly, given everything that's about to happen, we might need it.
And since we get the last time with people getting into the penthouse, we'll start this time with the two that are following the werebadger, which is Vixen and Colton.
Probably the worst person to be following the werebadger.
Probably, yeah.
well, I mean, I'm among the
No, you're the
fastest
worst. You're the
people. in the
no. You're the worst person to follow the werebadger.
I know that Dorian does not want nothing to do with Vixen right now.
Hmm.
At the same time, Vixen, despite Dorian being
Dorian.
a whole situation, wants to make sure that he doesn't get hurt and that he doesn't hurt other people.
Yeah, that's the reason I didn't want Vixen to come.
Listen, I want to cause problems.
No, no, no. There's only one person he would hurt right now. Anyway.
So Mito is safe.
So, I need Colton and Vixen to roll a survival to track.
I will happily say that Dorian isn't stealthing because he's focusing on just like main action
Distance.
dashing, bonus action dashing. Like he's not being stealthy. He's just going for speed.
Yeah, focusing on distance rather than destination.
Well, the right only had a DC of 10. Oh, and somebody passed it.
Yeah, good thing
I-
too. Jesus Christ!
Christ.
I barely got it.
Fucking
I
hell.
barely got it.
Gee, what are those rolls, man?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Now this is not going to end up good, is it?
This is not a good omen.
Hey, in my defense, I do not have proficiency in survival. I do have a high wisdom score, but yeah. But the point is, Vixen's like,
Oh.
a trail.
What was Colton distracted by?
I'm just. I don't.
Probably the trauma.
I'm just trying to figure out how fucking Cole was fuck up this badly.
Holy frick. Oh, those are some bad rolls.
You know, his
Maybe-
patron decided this was the time to try and mess with him.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Like-
over here.
To be fair, it does want him to suffer, so
Yeah.
almost explicitly.
Yep.
No, actually, no. The more I think about it, the more that makes sense. Like, this person you're trying to make sure to keep you safe. Well, now.
So, how close do you want to get while you're tracking? Is the question.
Probably not too close. Probably needs to be within 60 feet, so dark vision,
Okay.
so you can
Yeah.
see him.
Same.
After about an hour of tracking, you're able to find Darian's were-badger form in the middle of a large field. Darian, what are you doing in the field?
Am I transformed?
Yes, you are in the were-badger.
Can I roll a wisdom perception to try and smell what's nearby?
Yes, you can.
I will do that at advantage because of the werebear form. So were-badger form.
Badger, mushroom.
Are all my proficiencies the same?
You would have pretty much.
I'm assuming my int ones wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming my wisdom would, at least for perception.
Yes, your wisdom mod would be the same, but your strength, dex, and int would be changed, as well as your constitution.
Will they go down if sorry, if they're higher in my base form, will they go down or will they just stay?
If you're higher in your base form, they'll stay the same. If they're lower in your base form, they'll go up.
Okay. So for that case, the only one that matters is con, which goes up.
Yes.
Okay. Perception at advantage then. 23.
Okay. The two of you can make stealth checks to try and not be noticed by the were-badger.
Why not? Nope.
Is Colton gonna be rolling for stealth or?
Necro?
Necro.
Yes, sorry, fully zoned out there for a minute. Sorry.
Do you want to roll stealth?
Yep. Imagine for this skull's gonna be using pass without trace. Sorry, not. Yeah, is it pass without trace?
Well, if you're using pass without trace, the one that hides your that gives you a +10 and hides your tracks.
Yes.
Well, in that case, wouldn't Colt? Sorry, I don't mean to overrule GM wise, but by the wording of that spell, I can't track him.
True.
Just to pop up for everyone. Yeah. Can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
Would a
then
wear
you're gonna
magic?
be able to-
Would a wear magic curse count as magic?
No. it can't be.
I wouldn't say the smelling does.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you're not. I didn't know that Necro was going to be casting Pass Without Trace, so yeah, you're not able to spell them.
Including Vixen?
Does Necro cast it on just himself or on both of them?
Both of them, obviously.
Wait, no, can you cast it on just one? I think you only
Yes.
cast it on yourself.
Yeah, you can.
No,
Each creature within 30
each
feet of you.
creature.
Okay.
Remember, I use it on a Saturday game, and my path route choices I give everyone knitted slippers.
Right, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. You can't smell either of them.
In that case, I don't mean to. I'm in that case, I guess perception at that point, like just sight based then.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to kind of double up on perception. It's just
Yeah,
I'm just
I
trying to think
understand.
of what would happen.
Oh,
This is 28.
You
And
do
that's a
see
32.
figures in the distance.
you see Vixen,
No.
but not Colton.
Well, you see one figure in the distance. You don't see Colton.
You're within 60 feet, right?
Yep.
I have 60 feet dark vision right now.
So do I.
So no, what I mean. So do I see that it's Vixen?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. How does my cunning action work in Were Badger form when it comes to dash?
Let me see. Give me a second to read really quickly.
Why do I imagine you have
Sorry.
stubby little legs? Like same size torso, but stubby legs.
Or the torso gets bigger, but the legs get shorter.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a torso that's somehow walking.
Isn't that basically what a badger is anyway?
Yeah.
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 Get back here so I can bite your legs off.
You can use it to. You would be able to use it to. I'm going to roll because of how short the badger's legs are.
Yeah.
Wait, that's an actual thing? That's not just a joke?
Yes, where badgers have short legs compared to their torso.
I'm a were honey badger.
Yes.
That doesn't change shit.
Hey, I got the good roll, okay?
Yeah. Basically, you could use it to dash if you were burrowing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I am going. Dorian is going to borrow. I'm going to I'm going to main action. I'm going to main action dash 20. Main action and bonus action. So that's 30. That's 30 feet of borrow distance. 30 feet straight down.
Okay.
Don't put yourself in the hole.
I am then going to. I am then, because I'm now 30 feet underground. Go another bonus action dash, an additional 40 feet down. Then I'm going to burrow towards them until I'm 40 feet underneath.
Oh, you're not putting yourself in the hole. Okay.
The two of you see him start burrowing.
Dig, dig, dig a tunnel full of
And I'm actually going to ask for you
Iggy
to.
the hole.
Let's see. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
While this is going on, we quickly cut back to the penthouse. We're all just playing some poker.
Yes. Just give me 1 second to do something really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Sachi's just looking for more things to test in the bag of folding.
Don't you fucking dare.
Playing poker.
There we go.
Demir puts down some cards. Go fish.
Is anyone even paying attention to Sachi, or are they just letting her wander freely?
I assume we're paying attention to Sachi. No offense.
Yeah, look, it's close to midnight. We are not letting you wander. And also, after what you did to this relic, I am not letting you wander for shit.
In her defense, she had no idea what the hell that thing was. She was just putting stuff into whatever she could grab at the time.
I'm gonna find a way to take that away from you so it doesn't happen again.
Is everything all right, Eliza?
Yeah, I'm just doing something really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just faffing about until she gets her stuff.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been thinking about this encounter for the past 2 weeks. I've had 2 weeks to plan this.
Are you gonna murder someone? Cool.
To be
I'm
honest, I've
hoping you
just been
stop
trying
me.
to find a normal bag of holding this entire time, so I don't keep putting everything in my bag of folding.
Sachi?
Yeah.
Sachi?
I'm gonna
Look.
burn. Honestly, I'm gonna burn that bag of folding soon.
No, look down here. Look down here. Look at me. I can make one.
And do not put the bag of holding in the bag of folding. If you put the bag of holding in the bag of folding, Dorian is not creating the portal that helps you get back.
Okay, but what did you do
It
then?
might be the
What
other
did
way
you
around. She
fold
might
it?
put the bag of holding in the bag of folding.
You should fold the bag of holding.
No.
Dorian will leave you in the astral sea. He will leave you there.
You do realize that we're joking with most of this, right?
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying he will leave you there.
I just like how all of this shit rhymes together.
The fact that I like that you're saying you leave Sachi in the actual sea, because that's where the main antagonists of my Monday game are coming from. They're an invasion force from the actual sea of Kenku people. But now I'm just picturing.
You just see a Sachi pop out into your game.
Yeah, now I'm just picturing. They're looking around, trying to figure out a way to get back to the goddamn material plane. Then they just see a Sachi pop out. They bring her aboard their fleet to try to enslave her. 2 minutes later, they just open up a portal back to this campaign and throw Sachi back.
It was so annoying. They just cast her out of the astral plane.
I just seen two Kenkos talk. Okay, so what should we do with her? I don't know. She doesn't seem that physically viable. Meanwhile, in the background, she's just walking out. Like they had her locked up. She's just walking.
And now she's just she's just speaking to the goddamn elemental they have powering their ship, and it's like, so how are you doing?
You want pie?
Once, almost done.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also,
Okey-doke.
yeah, I thought Colton would do this
Picking
just
up
in case.
random flowers from a stick.
Could I say Colton gave Vixen the amulet?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes, moving on.
But yeah, in all seriousness, Sachi's not really looking for anything to put into the bag of folding. She's a little bit off from that after getting yelled at by Sidon.
There we go. Now I just have to drag you all over here.
They don't usually like to yell, but the fact that you put in ancient documents, a relic from a god, and then nearly erase something that had very important information on it.
She didn't know what it was at the time.
Colton
It was just a
here.
book and a necklace. And she didn't think it would get folded because
sorry, I
like
didn't hear that, Eliza. Sorry.
Colton and Vixen will be over near here.
Sorry, ping here again. Oh, here. Oh,
By the way, I put this map together in literally just 3 minutes.
fair.
Do you want me to put my token down, or have you got a token for me?
Put your token down around. 1 second. Here. Somewhere.
Do it there.
There we go.
What size creature is a were-badger?
I imagine medium, right?
They're medium.
Medium. Yeah.
Like
Just checking. I'm just checking.
Yeah,
That's
most
fine,
were
they
creatures
do
don't.
something.
Yeah, most were creatures aren't exactly grow bigger or smaller.
Clear the turn order. There we go.
Current HP is an extra. Is an extra 7.
Because knowing what's going to happen, I'm asking you to roll initiative.
Oh
Mhm.
no!
An initiative of friendship?
No.
But yeah, in all honesty, since she has tested stuff like ropes and string in the past, and all it did was get folded in half without damaging the string or the rope, she didn't think that
I
the
got
necklace
that
would
one.
be damaged.
Oh shit!
To be fair, I'm underground right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Really, I
Colton,
thought you were
can
just putting
roll-
yourself in a hole.
You can roll initiative as well.
Hey, that's what you think.
Yeah. At first, I thought you were putting yourself in the hole, but then you said, "Then I'm moving towards them."
Yeah, I'm going significantly enough down so I don't disturb the surface.
Is it bad that I'm just imagining Dig Dug right now?
Digatana, digatana.
I haven't played that in so long.
I am going to use this to represent you are underground. Where is it?
Wasachi, I think they I think Sign understands now, right? And they do feel kind of bad. It's just like after all that, it's exhausting.
Oh yeah.
And now you have.
As much as I tried to make her not as annoying as humanly possible, Sachi is kind of for lack of a better term, problem.
A walking liability.
Anyways,
it doesn't help you combine the Sidon and Demeter's souls together by accident.
That is true.
Vixen, you're up first. And you saw Darian dig into the ground. He is gone underground.
just look. I just look to Colton, shrug, and well, I don't know what else we can do, but should we go in after him?
Question: what direction was Darian facing when he started digging?
I would have been looking towards you because I couldn't smell you.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like would you say Colton's been hunting enough to know when something's heading to when something might be heading towards him?
Yeah.
Please keep
Okay.
that X there. There's a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, Colton just goes, I'm pretty sure he's coming to us right now.
Oh, I guess. Question. What is this right here?
A hill.
Okay, it's just like a dirt hill.
Yep.
How tall is it, roughly?
It goes up about 20 feet.
Okay. Well, if he is coming towards us, why don't we make a little distance and maybe be ready for him to come up and we can try to grab him at the same time?
Sorry, an option.
I would like to restrain him instead of having to fight him. Okay, I'm just going to be ready to try and stay back, and if he comes up, to try and grab him and hope that we can de-escalate the situation from there.
Okay.
So in short, so putting it in game terms, I'm going to ready my action, and when Darian pops up, Vixen is going to charge towards him and attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Colton, you're up.
All right. Colton's going to ready his action. It's going to stand over here just in case. Yeah, and Eliza, did you get what I sent you?
Let me see.
Well, I sent through the Roll20.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're reading that.
Darian, your turn.
Two more. That's all I can do.
Yep. I'm guessing another round of readying actions.
Same action for me. Yep. Just
Same
going
action
to.
for you, Necro?
Oh.
Readying the same action for you, Necro?
Yep.
Okay. Darian.
Riveting encounter.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll change in a minute. That's the end of my turn. I haven't surfaced yet.
No,
I am currently 40 feet underground beneath that spot.
And now another run of eating actions.
And both of them waiting with nets.
I
am now moving 30 feet up. I am now 10 feet under the ground.
You're dragging this out for as long as possible, aren't you?
I'm not. This is as fast as I can move.
Same one.
Eliza, that message I sent you. Sorry, it's important for now. It's important for this action right now. It's not. By the way, it's not a. Yeah. Okay. Just so I know. Right. Dorian, using his 10 feet of boring movement, is going to breach the surface, and just come ripping out of the ground, just with his just using his 2 claw multi attacks, because he thinks Vixen is right above of him.
Yep.
I know I'm gonna miss, but I cannot smell you right now.
You make 2 claw attacks into the air. As you come up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm now. So yeah, I come breaching out of the ground, just swiping upwards with 2 claws. After he realizes he hasn't touched anything, he looks over at Vixen. I don't know.
And does this trigger my ready to action?
You're ready to
Oh,
triggers both of your ready to actions, yes.
Alright, Darren, wisdom save.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Is a 9.
Cool. Fail. Whole person.
Okay, I feel like these are probably going to resolve at the same time. I'm also well, there's my athletics check to try and grapple. So
Auto success because he's paralyzed.
Actually,
Yeah.
So technically that succeeds, and now you're held person and grappled.
yeah, because of the initiative, like Vixen goes first, grabs him, and then suddenly he stops resisting.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the silliest combat ever.
Stop resisting.
I'm happy to be included in it.
You're basically effectively just you're wrestling a stuffed bear.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Vixen's turn. You're holding Darian.
Okay. So
Which means you are close, which you are next to me.
right. So I'll look at. I assume that I realize that that Dorian is being affected by more than
considering he's not moving.
Yeah,
Right.
You just have, like this large honey badger in your arms.
It's weirdly
I look
cuddling.
at Colton. Yeah, I look at Colton and ask, "Did you do this, and how long will it last?"
Up to a minute. So pulls out rope.
Right.
Good time.
Let's get to it. But then I turn to Dorian and say, I know that you're upset right now. I'm sorry, but we were concerned that you might get yourself into trouble. So I could see that you might be wanting to hurt.
Can I ask Vixen? It's not probably either Vixen or Colton to roll an insight check quickly.
You can.
Nope, 10.
That's 20.
Natural 20.
Let's fucking go. Spill your secrets.
Dorian ain't here right now. Please come back in the morning. This is pure feral instinct right now.
Please come back.
Dorian
when the moon
is not
goes away.
available.
Yeah, Dorian is not available right now. Yeah, please speak to the other operator, the honey badger.
Yeah.
He won't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's even like she says it. Even if she
and the honey badger is very angry at Vixen specifically.
Yeah, like Vixen isn't taking the time to decode whether this is like Dorian or this is some primal thing, just trying to do everything she can to possibly de-escalate the situation, or at the very least make Dorian let him know that that both her and Colton are going to like keep him safe, even if he panicked and ran away. Yeah.
Within that 20, would you say that Vixen knows where Honey Badger Dorian's objective, Eliza?
Yes.
Kill Vixen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kill.
Yeah. Well. Still, I'm just going to help work together with Colton to secure Dorian as tightly as possible without causing any injury to him.
Okay, so Colin has 3 hemp ropes, and he's also got some pythons to put him down with.
Okay.
Basically, like, he's getting anchor points on this thing.
I'm not here.
So, should we start doing some wisdom saves for Derry to see how long they have before he starts, flailing?
Dorian, give me 3 wisdom saves.
DC is 16.
So I need to roll a 13 or higher.
No?
No.
No. There we go.
So you're
20 or 30 seconds.
Oh, that's that good.
How's it?
30 seconds. You have 30 seconds because it's at the end of his turn.
Yeah, Colin's probably gonna get this quickly because he knows it's gonna last long. So he's gonna start like wrapping him up, trying to get him wrapped up as tight as he can. Definitely gonna try to get some around the muzzle, and basically try to like pin the arms against him. And then after getting them nice and wrapped up, gonna quickly take the ends of the ropes and hammer them into the ground with the pythons.
While the world of Aeraus normally is per consent when tying up any friends or partners you may have, if they become a wild honey badger, that is an okay excuse.
There's too many Johnnies.
And let me roll something. Actually, I need you to roll me 3 survivals, Colton.
Okay. Do I get advantage because
Yes.
Vixen is helping?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see how fast you're able to get.
25, 16, 21.
Oh yeah, you're able to get the rope, get Darren tied down and pinned to the ground in the amount of time needed.
Okay.
As you feel the spell break free from you, you find yourself Gilligan to the ground. I mean, not Gilligan, Gulliver to the ground.
Okay. Then I have. I know what to do. I know what I want to do.
But will the dice let you?
Yes. Okay. What would I need to roll to get out of this?
Let's see. You would need to, because you are tied up with multiple ropes, you need to beat at minimum 3 DC 17 strength checks.
Okay. Can I quickly roll an int check for myself?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, 8. Brain not working. Okay then. Can I roll athletics or does it have to be strength?
It can be athletics.
Okay. Second question. One second, sorry. Sorry. Honey badgers have incredibly loose skin.
Yes.
Advantage? It is a specific trait of theirs to have incredibly loose skin that they can move around in.
The first one, you'll have advantage on the others.
Okay. 15.
You did not break through.
Do you want me to keep on rolling or?
It's up to you.
Oh no! I didn't know if you want me to end my turn on them.
Oh no, that'd be the
I don't
end of your
have-
turn.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, let's move on to the others' turns. Vixen, you see the honey badger flailing against the rope, but not able to break them.
Okay, now I also have a 50 feet of hempen rope. Would Colton have needed that to secure Dorian down, and if not, could we use that to fortify could we use that to fortify the apprehending or the could we use that to help like further tie him down while he's struggling against the
down.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't have any more
I look
pythons
at-
because I don't have any more pythons because all 6 are probably being used on each other rope. But
Yeah, I don't have any pythons. Yeah.
okay, you can probably use it to like wrap up his arms a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pull out the rope and just hold it up, look at Colton and ask, more?
I mean, it couldn't hurt. Just be
Alright,
careful of the sharp bits.
All right, let's get to it.
I'm guessing that would be a survival check to.
Yep. Another survival check to try and tie with it. Advantage if you have Colton helping.
Yeah, for
yeah.
assistance.
Yes. Oh,
That's a 9.
Oh, that one! Did that one immediately fall off and break as soon as you have it tied down to him?
well, the rope breaks.
Yeah, basically, as soon as you get that one tied down to one of the claws, just happens to slide against it and cuts it.
Okay,
So
it's
now I
set.
have.
It's no
So
longer
now I
set.
have.
Two lengths of rope, different sizes.
Yeah, 225 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Give me a moment to note that on my character sheet. Instead of one headband rope, 50 feet, I now have two 2 headband rope, 25 feet. Great.
Yeah.
Yes. D&D inventory. D&D, the inventory game.
Well, to be fair, that's being proven right now because of my Python's red rope.
Right. Alright.
As you wondered why I went on that shopping spree.
All right. That didn't work, so now it's Colton's turn.
I guess since he's currently unable to escape, Colton's just gonna kind of just sit there and wait to see if he comes down.
Okay, Darian.
Okay. Is it alright if I roll another int save to see if he kind of calms down and smartens up?
Yes, you can.
What DC do you want to say this is?
I'm gonna set the DC to 12.
Okay. Nat 20. Okay, so we have a smart were badger right now.
Oh no.
Can I roll a deception or a stealth to hide his action? So I don't know which one you want it to be.
It would be what's the action that you're going to be trying to do?
I want Dorian, as smart honey badger, wants to see, like, I imagine after that, like, slight fuck up with the ropes, maybe, like, a rope is maybe now just maybe slightly too close to one of his claws. Eliza? Is that,
I would
like,
say
would
that would be sleight of hand.
sleight of hand, okay. And basically, all he wants to do is if there is one a bit too close to him, he wants to try and hide him just slowly cutting the rope.
Yeah. Roll me a sleight of hand versus the other's perception.
Please
Okay,
roll
so
good.
23.
Yeah, should I make an active perception roll because Colton is sitting there observing him?
Yes.
Alrighty. Oh, fuck it.
Vixen? No.
Well, that one hurts because I do have proficiency with perception.
Wait. I do. Oh, talisman.
Yes.
I can add a D4. I need to get a 4. I need to get a 3. I need to get a 2, at least a 2.
Didn't
But
you
you
give
gave
the
it
talisman to Vixen?
Right.
And I don't think a D4 will help.
Hold on. When the wearer fails an ability. Fuck.
Oh no.
What was the talisman?
It's these packed talisman. Basically, when you do a skill check and fail it, using it again, we'll do an ability check and fail. You can add D4 to your roll, potentially turning it into a success.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, no, not for me. No.
Sorry, dude.
Okay, Eliza.
That's 2 19s though.
Eliza.
Getting more water.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
She's getting some water.
Just so we can watch the bloodbath that's about to
Okay.
occur.
So this will make it so on your next 2 attempts, you have advantage on trying to break the ropes.
Okay. Can Dorian now that he's done that, can Dorian now just wait
Yes.
until Vixen and Colton have relaxed and are maybe off guard?
You can try.
Question is,
Hmm.
will a honey badger
Colton and
wait?
off guard. Interesting word combination.
Or at least
Also-
Vixen. Or at least Vixen.
Also,
'Cause at least
honey badger.
At least Vixen. Yep.
Also, honey badger and waiting. Also a good.
Nat 20 on intelligence. Save. But like it like this is the only reason I'm using these strategies.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Colton, I
I
imagine,
think-
is just going to be like just sitting there in front of him, just observing, just making sure he's not trying to escape at any point.
How long
Okay.
will it be before Vixen lowers her guard a bit?
Like Colton, Vixen is singularly focused on keeping Dorian there in front of her and ensuring that he doesn't hurt anyone else. B, that no one harms or tries to kill him.
Okay.
So she is focused on keeping track of him. So
Yeah. The main issue I'm thinking of right now is only one person out of the three of us needs to sleep.
Also, yeah, and only one of us is and badgers are nocturnal.
Well, you're aware, Badger. You're an aware from anyway, which usually they tend to do things while your body's sleeping. So this is almost like extremely violent sleepwalking.
This is the thing. So it's a question of how long, because Dorian is waiting for like the long term right now. Is there is there a point at which Vixen will let down their guard or not?
Roll me a Constitution save, Vixen.
Sleep violence. Oh no.
No.
God, I'm rolling like shit today.
Let me roll my
Yeah.
table for this.
Oh,
Oh, right. You have an exhaustion table.
Okay. Let me look at the number for the exhaustion table.
so can I kind of post myself near Dorian in such a way where I'm like close enough to like intervene, but like can I like find a space like like a comfortable place to kind of like sit and be posted, but where I can like jump up quickly if I need to. You know, as a way to...
I feel like those two things are opposite each other's.
You can try,
Okay.
but I'm going to say this. After about an hour, you start to feel tired. But at the same time, I need Darian to roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, you do notice that. Darian, your bestial senses are going wild. There is something wrong coming. Something very wrong.
Can I smell?
You can, but what you smell is a thing that is not a thing. You smell the absence of anything.
Huh?
Okay, Eliza.
He smells literally the void.
Okay, no, wait. Eliza. This is if this is what I think it is, this is something Dorian, as the person, has been studying. I'm happy to roll something for it. Is it possible that like Dorian Half-Orc can have a conversation in his mind to Were-Badger Dorian?
Roll me a D100.
Oh,
Because I don't want it to be that Dorian takes control, because that's not like, that won't happen. It's more this information. He's like, oh, that I know what that is. I have been studying this.
Oh no.
I didn't mean to implement.
Oh, sorry, 12. Sorry, 12. I didn't realize it rolled.
Good. Yeah, Dorian's able to tell the where Honey Badger what's going on. That's something. The something that they feel wrong is.
So I'm imagining how it shows up if 12 is good, is like in front of like Were-Badger Dorian. Dorian just appears, just like kind of like squatted down in front of him, and he's going, and he just looks at him and go, "Hey, me? Fuck me, this is trippy. So you just smelt nothing. Quick heads up. We have been studying this. You don't know we have. But that is something probably from somewhere called the Knoll, which is a very dangerous place. If I was you, I would try and get out of the ropes, but don't attack this fucker, as he points to Vixen. Try and look at the thing that smells of nothing, and get back to me. Eliza, I'm happy to put control of Were-Badger Dorian over to you.
Okay. As you guys notice, as the Were-Badger's eyes turn toward this direction, one second. Let me just use the ruler to show you which direction. And if you turn your eyes to look at what what they are looking at, you see this.
What is this?
I'm zooming in to have a closer look.
I'm looking closer at it. I still can't tell what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I still can't tell what the fuck it is.
Eliza, you can.
It's a squiggle!
Eliza, if you do Shift C, you can pull it up to everyone.
It literally just looks like an inky, inky squall.
You said Shift
Yeah,
C,
so
right?
select the token
Said.
and then Shift C.
Said. It's C,
I selected the token, but I said that's a Shift C. It's nothing working.
It's like how they described the Langoliers in... well, the Langoliers.
Bigger.
So that's just squiggles. That's just squiggles. That's just inky squiggles.
As you see this thing starting to walk towards you, and all sounds, as you notice that this thing's walking towards you, you also notice that all sounds in the meadow have stopped, other than from the three of you.
Question, can Colton tell? Get a vibe for what that is?
Do you try to look directly at it?
I'm not sure now.
No, not Clayton. Not Clayton.
I think-
you know what, Colton not knowing what it is yet because he hasn't seen it properly.
I think Vixen would look at it. Just
Yeah.
she's like given the last 24 hours, Vixen is she is running on fumes. She's pretty tired, and she's been so focused in the last few minutes on trying to keep Dorian safe and keep people safe from Dorian. She doesn't think for a second to not look at the thing, and yeah, she just looks right at it.
As you look at it, you see a being that is a person, but not a person. Everything about them is wrong. Almost like they're contorting themselves just by existing. Their face constantly twisting and shifting into various states of being, as if trying to figure out what they look like.
Is it like trying to look at a 4-dimensional object existing in a 3-dimensional universe? Is it like that kind of like distortion? It seems incomprehensible.
It's like trying to watch an AI generated video.
More like a fifth-dimensional being in a 3-dimensional world.
Okay.
So basically, like imagine like watching a human being trying to force itself inside a box it does not fit in.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of the box giving, it's the human giving.
Yeah.
Basically, a normal thing from Sachi's brain.
Its arms, when it moves, its legs collapse and invert into themselves before taking on a different appearance with each step. Its arms folding in and out of itself.
Ooh, or that one, the first ending of the Spiral series from, what was that Japanese manga
Junji
artist?
Ito.
Yeah, Junji Ito.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it does. Eliza?
Or the bonus from Doctor Who is another thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So I think Vixen will look at Colton and say,
Also, I need the two of you to make wisdom saves while looking at it.
yeah, I figured that was happening.
While they're doing that, you guys want to guess what my air pollution avatar is? 69. I know the internet will want to know that.
Nice.
Okay.
Because the internet is
Oh.
predictable.
Okay.
Colton, wisdom save? Necro?
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 16.
Okay. You both fail.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Wait, hold on.
Misery loves company.
Vixen, you can add D4.
That would actually.
Oh.
If
Oh,
you roll
okay.
4, you can actually succeed.
Oh, has to be a 4. Golly, I feel so optimistic right now.
Hey, better note.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, everybody. It has been a pleasure.
I
Ladies and
really should have kept that amulet,
gentlemen,
man.
all variations thereupon.
Sachi's
God, I really should have kept that
gonna
amulet on,
miss
man.
Vixen.
Like, jeez.
Oh, man.
Why do I feel their brain is telling them grab the honey badger and run? That's all their brain can think right now.
Yeah, your
Well,
brains
let's let Eliza speak.
Your brains are telling you that whatever this is wrong. You need to get away from it as fast as you can. And Colton, for you have an extra layer of this happening inside your head. Run, you moron!
Oh, guys! Pedro telling him to run!
Oh,
Oh, God!
Okay.
Okay,
Fortunately,
if it was mildly bad, okay, if I think it was only mildly bad, you would be saying, no, walk towards it, give it a hug, it's fine. Okay. Colin, just not even saying a word, is just going to quickly just run up, slices is that dagger through the ropes, and just start legging it.
okay. So
Mhm.
it is Vixen able to pick up and carry Dorian and get him away from that thing?
Because as you're looking at it, because of you already having low sleep, I need you to roll me another d20.
Just a straight D20 roll.
Just a straight d20.
Oh, just 4.
Okay, good. You're able to stay up on your feet.
Okay.
You're able to help the Bitware Magic get to its feet, and it starts running. It starts bolting as fast as it can.
What, Honey Badger?
Yeah, Honey Badger starts bolting.
Can I just ask, just for Dorian's sake, before it ran away, does internal half orc Dorian know what, like, did this pop up in his study of the Knoll at all?
Yes, that's the
What
Forgotten
is
Man.
what's the Forgotten Man?
A being that delved too far into the Knoll and became one with it.
oh, it's their ambassador, their king, even. The king of nothing.
And Sachi would try to convince it to go back inside her head where it belongs.
So right now,
Hello, I'm back. Hello. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's the Forgotten Man?
Basically, a being that researched the Knoll so much and delved deep into the Knoll that it became one with the Knoll.
You didn't tell me about this.
I was waiting.
You didn't tell me that this was a risk of studying the Knoll.
You only found out about it recently.
And if Sachi ever saw this thing, she would try to convince it to go back inside her head where it belongs.
Well, they're not here. We're running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm removing the pythons and the rope from Colin's inventory because he is not grabbing those.
Run hell, bitch. Run hell.
So around the time that the sun finally starts peeking over the hills, well, when the nighttime sky goes away and the inner sun is able to be seen again, is when you all stop running.
Did it disappear?
And when you look around again, the Forgotten Man is gone, and you're back close near the city.
How is Werebadger Dorian looking?
Yeah. Is
Dorian, you're
Dorian with
slowly
us?
shifting back into normal as the nighttime fades away.
All right. Yeah, as he transforms back, I imagine the way he transforms is the mass just starts withering and decaying, as his joints his joints pop out, his bones go shrink back down to normal and then re-pop in, as he's as his skull just breaks and reforms back into a half orc's skull.
I was about to say, does this sound like a similar experience to what I usually experience?
Yeah.
Oh, fine, we have that in common now, too.
It's an extremely painful experience for the first time. You will get used to it eventually.
Unlike me.
But as the morning dawns, you're all exhausted. Well, except for Colton.
Yeah.
Well, they have to be idle. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They haven't been idle in the last few hours.
Mhm.
And
Well, he hasn't got. I think Golden has got a long rest, but I think he's got exhaustion. He's exhausted. You know.
Yeah.
Darian, you remember everything from the moment of the Werebadger getting the nat 20 onwards?
Yeah. I'm as he transforms back. Like he's not gonna get fully up. He's just going to like slightly like crawl towards Colton and kind of like just try and reach up to his shoulder to try and pull himself just so he's looking at Colton. Like this fit like Dorian's a very strong. Like he's got 16 strength, but he's got no like strength left in it, and he's just trying to just to try and get on some level of like face to face with Colton.
Okay. Colton, Darian has used you to climb up. And
Hello?
hello.
What was the last thing you heard?
We heard everything.
We heard everything.
Oh right, I can hear you guys. Yeah, so he's trying to just get just probably not even standing fully up, just trying to like quickly just try and say something to Colton.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Neko's back.
Hey,
Oh,
sorry,
you're back,
for a
Neko?
minute.
Noise?
Yeah, back. Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Dorian's just trying to weakly get onto like talking level with Colton.
Oh.
And he's pure just fear in his eyes. He just goes, "We need to get out of here now."
Hey,
We run. We don't stop. We run and we run and we run.
We're safe. We're fine. Calm down.
No, not that thing.
I don't sense anywhere nearby.
You're not going to. It's nothing.
We need to get back in. You and her need to rest. All right. Panicking isn't going to help anyone.
Just don't fall asleep. If you see that thing, you wake us up.
Don't worry. I never sleep. As Colton's going to try to pick up Darren with one arm, hold up Darren with the one arm, and Vix with the other, and try to drag these two back to the inn to get some sleep.
I think, like haggard though she is, I think Vixen can probably like move on her own and would if Colton offers, she'll just kind of like politely refuse and just kind of point at Dorian to say like as if to say just worry about him, I'm fine.
Princess carry Dorian.
You have not slept all night and been running for hours.
I know, I understand. I am going to rest, but let's. Dorian's been through a lot, and this
so
is.
Have you.
Yes, and I fully intend to get as much rest as I can, but this has been quite a trying new experience for him, and I don't know what that thing is. I don't know what that thing is. Dorian seems to know what it is, so I'm sure he's very scared right now. So let's just reconnect with everyone else, and I just want to get some sleep.
Listen, if you're allowed to be worried about him, I'm allowed to be worried about you. Now come on.
I just realized this is gonna be bad when they get back. The inn we're staying at doesn't have a elevator, does it?
Nope.
Oh well.
Have fun climbing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
So she can help.
Arthur says that he's going to hold out his arm to Egg once again, try to help Vixen.
Mm. Yeah, Vixen's just going to, again, just kind of like wave her hand to say like, I'm all right. I'll be fine. And she'll like if there's a handrail, she'll just like grab onto that, use that to help pull her up the stairs.
Mhm. You
Yeah.
walk into the town and you walk towards the flying hippo, where the others are they have spent the night. They are just up in their penthouse having a decent night's sleep for the most part. No nightmares for any of them except for maybe Sidon.
Okay. Wait, science. Wait, that was for me.
I'm joking on that.
I was about to say, if it was nightmares for me, would have gone on to Demeter?
Yeah. For once, you had no nightmares. You had a pleasant dream.
Yay.
Because Demeter's dream was stronger. I rolled to see which one of the dreams were stronger. But as you enter the flying hippo, you see the tavern keeper standing behind the well, not standing, more like squatting behind the bar. When you see the tavern keeper, you see a large grizzly bear. It is not a shifter. It is not a
Okay, it's a grizzly bear. Got you.
it's not a wearing bear. It is a full-on grizzly bear.
Where are the
It's a
drugs?
grizzly bear. It's a bear.
Is it wearing a suit?
This seems normal.
And as the bear sees the three of you enter, its eyes go wide a bit as it narrows on one of you.
But the bear don't care.
And as it narrows its eye on one of you, you just hear a voice go. You just hear its voice go, "Vixen." And we'll take a 15-minute break here.
That was great. I didn't have a nightmare for once.
I just realized that Sachi has a bag of holding that has all of her important stuff in it. And of the 2 bags that she has, she put the important stuff in the bag of folding.
Alright, define important objects.
The Book of Ancient Technology and the Amulet of the Gods.
Okay, cool.
Which now is folded. I imagine. You ever been so bored in a class that you took a notebook and just folded one page's quarter up, then down, then up, then down, constantly like that?
Nope.
Was I the only one that did that?
Yeah.
I probably would have if I wasn't doodling.
You know what, fair. Okay.
But yeah. I didn't realize I had a bag of holding because I forgot I bought one at the last town. Because it's in my inventory and it's in all my notes on the side, which are a jumbled mess of chaos. So out of character, I didn't notice it on my items sheets. In character, she just straight forgot she had it.
I saw the meme.
What the fuck up, Samurai? What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
You're laughing at something. I can hear it.
Well, I'm laughing at Mark.
I'm sorry. What now?
We watched Ghost Rider last night.
I
There.
Fair. Okay, to be fair, there's also the Ghost Rider stock construction equipment.
I'm sorry. What?
Well, excavation equipment.
That's brilliant.
No, it wasn't a train, it was like a industrial digger.
Yeah, that was pretty okay. But then there's like, the scraping and door.
Like, it is possibly Nicolas Cage's worst performance.
All of it in it. And then just goes crazy. They don't know how to use their cage.
To the point that even though before that film he wanted to play Ghost Rider more, after that film he said if they make any other Ghost Rider films, he doesn't want to be a part of it.
Okay, I can't seem to find a good image of it, but to summarize what it is, this.
I mean, that looks sick as
Metal as
hell.
fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
But now I can only imagine that one transformer that transforms into this on fire. Don't ask me what transformer I'm
Okay,
talking
found
about.
a better image of it.
Don't ask me what transformer I'm talking about. Okay, Billy, that kind of looks like a Ferris wheel and some sort of contraption.
It basically is a Ferris, the size of a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, Raylander misunderstood everything about Ghost Rider, except for the fact that the demon inside of him was originally an angel.
Oh, well, I quite like those films.
Yeah, I like the first Ghost Rider film. The second one, it has okay, the second one completely disregards the first one.
Yeah.
When you make a sequel that completely disregards the first film, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
I will say the effects do look better. They look better in the second one.
Yes and no, there's way too much smoke coming off the Ghost Rider.
Which, as it makes sense, he is on fire.
But what is there to burn?
Oh, fire, not actual fire.
See that? There's
And also,
his eyes are never flaming, and that way, like, he's too shadowed. Everything is too shadowed to where he looks like he's burning himself. It doesn't make sense. And I do not like how not only does it contradict him, it changes every single character's motivation.
Oh yeah, no, the writing is goddamn awful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't exactly watch Ghost Rider for the story.
Danny plays is kind of a weird choice. Being since in the comics they're half brothers, and Danny's
Okay.
actually the older one.
Okay. Are we still streaming?
No, we're on break for another 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just wanted to check. I was like, are we streaming all this? Like,
Because I need to, I don't get ice back for the thing I need to do for the hematoma.
fun.
I just realized I probably have to go on a shopping trip to actually get the materials, and then use those materials to fix this thing.
By the way, I didn't plan for you guys to move encounter these forgotten man today. I rolled a Veteran's Hunter table and you got it.
Oh, that's fun. That's
I don't know.
Liz. What do you think's gonna happen when Sachi eventually meets this thing?
Don't know.
'Cause if you
Pretty much.
hopefully, but remember, essentially at the core of Sachi's like mind is a blended up, like shaken, fused abomination of every creature that exists, every sentient thing that exists, all blended up into this morphing, twisted, like rainbow-colored abomination. And that's what she's got at her center.
that's what's the thing.
Not quite. She's about delusions. And blind faith and belief that anything and everything she sees is real. If she can perceive it in any capacity, even if it's in the absolute absence of something, the way her brain works is it supersedes that there's nothing there. It says that the nothing that is there belongs there.
Here's the thing though, the reason why it looks like that to them is because that was their brain's attempt to perceive the thing. That doesn't mean that that's how Sachi perceived the thing.
Wait, would Sachi actually see something normal for once?
Who is to say?
Yeah, where everyone sees a shambling dark mass, you just see a guy.
Just sees like a guy in like khakis and a like polo
Do you
shirt.
have
and
any idea how
any
much that would
low
freak
shirt.
her out?
It's like, just a guy in mid-40s, just walking with a cane, bowler hat, a spindly mustache.
Do you have any idea how much that would freak Sachi out, though?
Well, shall we get back to the stream?
Yes, we should.
Is everyone back?
Because even all of you, Sachi's got a twisted, distorted view of every single one of you. She has not seen a single one of you for who and what you are, because she's incapable of perceiving that.
I'm curious what... Yeah, we had the same thoughts as each other.
Anyways, let's head back to the stream.
Yeah!
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Well,
I muted us on the game page, but on the music page, I had us unmuted.
well,
Okay,
So
the
we're
only...
talking about Ghost Rider for the last, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And before you blame me, you did not say anything about me checking. We got complacent.
I didn't do anything.
Everyone now knows that Sachi doesn't actually notice normalcy
I mean,
properly.
it's not like it matters. We didn't say anything bad.
All I
Yeah,
said
we-
was David Escoyer sucks. So
Anyways, let's pick back up with where we left off.
Back to the invasion of Poland.
What the hell's being played in the background?
What?
No, sorry. That was my side. Sorry.
Vixen.
And both Colton and Dorian see Vixen turn, see this full size just bear behind. Vixen looks at this bear, squints, kind of leans forward, and you see the moment of realization on Vixen's face, and she just looks and says, her face brightens up, and she says, "Bear, is that you?"
I didn't realize. Come in. As the bear does like it brings out its arms like wide out.
I told you the bear don't care.
Vixen hobbles over to Bear and like puts her arms out to give them a hug.
I thought you were dead.
I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone else survived. That's part of why I'm here. And she starts like sobbing a little bit, like in Bear's arms.
Hey, Sachi, do we have to roll for the waking up?
Yes.
I rolled a 14.
Is that good or bad?
It means I'll be slightly more sane today than usual.
Okay, good. Continue.
But I'm gonna say this is around the time that some of you start coming down for breakfast and you see Vixen hugging the bear.
Good morning. What happened? And I see Darian's okay. What? Why do you all look so tired?
What happened? Oh, why is there a bear here? Hi, Mr. Bear. Demi just waves at the bear.
Well,
Vixen, you have been
one that
defeated
did-
in combat.
No, we do not do that. No.
She is being mauled by this bear.
No,
No.
it's just
We
it is
got
just
No,
the
it's-
room from the bear yesterday.
No, Agami, that this.
Sachi even had a conversation with it.
No, Agami, that no, okay, I actually know them from I know them from my hometown, from where I'm originally from.
oh.
I didn't think I would see. I didn't think I would see anyone from there.
Ah, I see. You're defeated by your own emotions.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Vixen is like the moment Agamida says that, Vixen just stares daggers at Agamida. Like I don't think Agamida has ever seen Vixen be like actually like really angry, because like Vixen's like really tired, and here she's just found someone that she hasn't seen since she was a child, And now she's hearing Agamita's like, "Oh, you are weak, pitiful."
Hey guys, let's give them some room. Me and Colton probably need to go over what happened.
Oh,
You
yeah,
all-
yeah.
you
I
all
look-
look sleepy. We have big beds upstairs. You wanna come in the pool?
Yeah. Come on, Dimitri, you can tell me all about that upstairs. He's just gonna look over at Vixen and just kind of just give a very weak thumbs up.
Meanwhile, I need to go shopping.
No. Grabs side and brings him up, drags him upstairs. Very weakly.
I would
Yeah,
like to hear this story.
at first, they try and resist, but then feeling how weak an attempt it is, don't just let them drag. Okay, very much. After this, I do need to get shopping. Otherwise, this thing will not be complete. Oh no.
Over to you, Nora.
That breakfast sounds so weird.
Over to you, Moira.
So Vixen's
She
actually
tried
just
her
going
best.
to. Vixen's actually just going to turn to Bear and say, I would, I do want to catch up more with you, but I do need to sleep." So,
Yeah, we can talk later. Especially
yeah.
since I want to tell you.
Has Barrett detected the scent of Sachi's cooking yet?
No,
Unfortunately, everyone else has.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs, clean myself up, and just get some sleep. But are you going to be? Are you always down here?
Yeah, I own this bar.
Oh, oh, well, we'll talk. Well, in that case, we'll talk more. I'm gonna go get some rest. I'll. It was, I mean, goes without saying, it was good seeing you.
Mm-hmm. Good seeing you too.
And then Vixen just hobbles her way up the stairs to the room.
So, yeah, welcome to the penthouse. Demeter decided to spend how much platinum on this?
1.
Yeah, platinum. Now we got this place for a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Joy, there's a pool. We have our rooms here. It's actually been really nice. Haven't slept in a place like this at all.
Where's my bag?
The meter says where they put it. They would have put it somewhere safe.
Yeah. Can you? By the way, he's sitting on like some chair or stool. Can you bring it over?
The meter brings it over.
Thanks. Instantly, he's going for his cigs. Just lights up, and then pulls out his journal, and I'm gonna flick to the page that has something on that note, on that what was the name, that was it the Knoll Man or the Forgotten Man?
Yep, the Forgotten Man.
What have I written about it apart from what you've already said, which is that he's like, someone who studied the Knoll too much and became part of it.
The Forgotten Man is the person who discovered Knoll
Okay.
and thought it could be controlled.
Alright. And is it good that Dorian doesn't think he can control it?
And spent his entire life trying to find a way to control the Knoll, eventually putting himself into the Knoll itself. It is not known if the Forgotten Man is the Knoll in the shape of the man, or the man in the shape of the Knoll.
Huh.
No one remembers
Um,
what the Forgotten Man's name is because it's been forgotten. The world has forgotten him.
Hence the name, the Forgotten Man.
In fact, it's not even
so
known
I've
as a man.
uh, okay. So I'm gonna go. So last night we came across something while we were doing things. Um, we an entity called the Forgotten Man showed up that we ran from.
Would I have heard anything or remember anything based on that name?
Arcana. Actually, no. Roll me a history check. You might have read
Okay.
it in a history book. No.
I haven't.
So do I know like anything about like what happens when he shows up
If he
based on
gets
my
wherever he shows up, everything around him starts to abstract, and if he touches someone, the world forgets that person.
so this entity he it embodies the null, and if it touches you, applies the concept of the null to you, which is we yeah, nothing.
Basically, you're just to get erased from existence.
Um pretty much you'll still exist within the null, I think, but you pretty much will be gone, yeah.
It sounded.
I don't know. I don't know why it's here. I obviously
the
no
slower
one.
end.
What?
The way you worded it, it sounded more like we'd still be here if no one would remember us, which could be even worse.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I've got a fucking migraine and a half. I can go into it. I can go into the semantics of the null. If you want to later, Demeter. But I don't know why it's here. Or why it showed up. But yeah. Vixen, why are we here?
Well, so I was I wasn't expecting everything that happened on our way to here to happen. I was hoping it would be less eventful, but so it's funny that we ran into Bartholomew downstairs. People like them are the reason why I'm here. I I'm looking for my family. I I know I mentioned it yesterday that that my entire home was my entire home was destroyed, and that's how I wound up at the monastery as a child. Not that not that it was a bad place, and the monks were all wonderful, but it's not the upbringing that I would have chosen. Certainly not what I was expecting. And how are any of you familiar with the Kyoto Empire?
Are any of us?
Is that the empire that made the explosives I have? The guy we met? Is that the same one?
No, that's a different empire.
History?
Oh, right,
Sachi
okay, okay.
know?
At that point, I'm just going. I'm sorry, no, I don't.
Would I be able to roll history on that?
Yes, you could. As could Colton.
Just out of character. That isn't the
Oh,
sword.
Jesus.
The sword.
Oh,
The sword
Jesus
mountain,
Christ.
is it?
No.
It's not the sword
Jesus.
mountain. Okay, good.
Jesus fucking
Did
Christ.
Sachi figure anything out?
Yeah.
You'd have a small inkling. You'd remember that the General Empire hasn't had any contact with them since about
Yeah, sorry. I don't do international politics.
That's basically Sachi's bread and butter. Politics, bureaucracy, and persuasion.
about
Basically
20
talking
years
people into
ago, the
things.
General Empire lost all contact with Kyoto.
Okay. Sachi will let everyone know about that.
Were they the ones that did whatever they did to your village?
Well, no, because that's where I used to live. I didn't actually didn't live in a village. I my family was part of a circus called The Other Side. We were the entertainers for the imperial court. It was, um, as you may guess, Bartholomew was part of the circus. He was only a cub at the time, but my my family we were all musicians. Um, I don't have a lot of memories from that time, but the few that I do have, I remember the festivals. They were they were wonderful, and the I I didn't appreciate the politics at the time. The tension between the emprics and the military. I didn't really understand the that the military was kind of vying for power within the government, trying to. I, all I knew was that the empress was a kind, wonderful ruler, and they made it a point to ensure that my family felt welcome. Uh, I only I only put it together as an adult, but there were people that didn't like having our kind around. They didn't trust having shifters like us in the palace, in the court. The empress made sure that the people who raised those concerns were, you know, were dismissed, that they were told that they were put in line. But that didn't last. There was a revolt. The military decided that they were they were done playing. They were done sharing power with the empress, and they overthrew the government. And there was I only remember screaming and running and screaming and running and fires and there were people on the ground. I think they might have been they might have been dead. I don't know. I was only a child. My parents struggling to get me, my brother, and my sister to get us out of the palace, and my mother shoved me into the arms of one of the guards, and I don't remember everything she said, but made her promise to get me as far away from that place as possible. And that was the last time I saw anyone in my family. So
The me gives you a hug.
I I'm and not that long ago, people showed up. I haven't had any contact with anyone in the Kyoto Empire since I was a child. And not that long ago, people showed up from the military at the monastery looking for me or anyone that was from the court at that time, and I ran. I I didn't want anyone at the monastery to I didn't want them to be hurt. Any I didn't want anyone to get hurt or be killed because of me. So I ran. I ran from there, and but I'm I got word. I received a correspondence from someone saying that someone from the circus is here. I guess maybe that was Bear downstairs. I wasn't expecting that, but that's why we're here. I'm I want to find my family because I'm scared and I miss them.
That is. I'm not sure what to say.
The me offers
Whatever,
cupcake.
whatever you need anyone here to do, I can't speak for the others, but I'll be happy to provide whatever service that I can to ensure that this secure, that to ensure that you find your parents.
You'll find your family, and then we stick the bad people. He holds a fishing rod up.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin on that one. Can't accept. Look, 7 people here alone cannot fight an entire nation.
And the entire time that Vixen has been just spilling this out onto the floor for the entire group, she's been like staring at the floor, but it's clear that like her gaze is going through the floor. That she seemed like she looks kind of like she looks numb. Like she's just overwhelmed. Okay. Yeah,
Okay, while Vixen is doing this, I do apologize in advance, but Sachi's like dragging every scrap of knowledge that she can from the network and from her brain about like all of the knowledge that she can grasp about your home. And she's gonna try and recreate some of the scents of like the cuisine and the environment using prestidigitation as a way of trying to be helpful.
Okay, so the first thing you all smell is the scent of the salty air scent of the coastal empire capital, which was right on the which was built into a large white cliff on the side of the ocean.
Is this making Vixen feel better or not?
That's why he apologized.
Well, then you get the scent of a lot of different citrus, because a lot of their food was based around both citrus and seafood. So you get this citrusy seafood smell.
For once, it's a smell of citrus that isn't nauseating for me, to be honest. Most anything citrusy was more so disinfectant.
And you get these floral scents of hibiscus and cherry and all these other types of very floral scents.
As more of these aromatics become, as Vixen becomes aware of each of them and starts to make the association with, as it triggers those memories, that feeling of nostalgia, and she makes the connection that these are the scents of her home. Vixen, the composure that everyone's used to with Vixen, it disintegrates. She crumples to her knees and just starts crying. Just crying, just full face crying, ugly crying. She's done. She's got nothing. That it's just it sparks within her this deep longing to have something that she knows she will never, ever have again. Never in her life will she ever have that. And you all see before you a person who is just broken and sad, crying and wailing on their knees.
The meter is
And
hugging.
Sachi's now freaking out in the background.
The meter is hugging you, but it's slowly trying to take you away from everyone else and get you to a bedroom and lay you down on a bed so you can finally go to sleep. Because this, combined with a massive extortion, even Demir realizes you need to rest.
Colin's trying very hard not to relate.
I'm gonna walk over to.
Sachi has resisted jumping out the window.
Oh, no, I'm gonna walk over. Is Sachi still casting precipitation?
Unfortunately, yes. She hasn't.
Yeah, Dorian.
She's literally freaking the crap out right now.
Dorian knows how spellcasting works. He's gonna walk over. He's just gonna slap Sachi to break concentration on them.
It's not concentration; it's prestidigitation.
Unfortunately,
it's just to try to.
Okay, you can have Dorian assume it's concentration and slap them. So,
they aren't that familiar with magic, I assume.
Sachi's freaking out even more. She just jumped out the window.
I see this and go, you know what?
I think she'll be fine.
I'm not in the mood for them right now.
Yeah, go ahead, get some sleep. I need to go and do some shopping. Good God.
What floor were we on again?
Penthouse.
Penthouse, which is 5 floors up.
So yeah, this is gonna hurt.
So
Yeah.
5d10 at least.
Yeah.
Want me to roll it, or would you?
I'll roll it because I'm the DM.
Yep, fair enough. The only reason-
Ouch.
Oh no.
How much damage?
34.
How much HP has Sachi got?
69.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
I can hear the. I'm done. I'm done.
Out the window.
Oh,
face
you know
planted
what?
to the
You know what?
ground.
You know what? You know what? I'm actually gonna turn. I'm actually gonna turn to everyone and go like, you know what, guys? I don't want to be mean. I don't
You
want to
said
sound mean
34,
or
right?
insensitive
Yeah.
or insensitive. But we've been nice to this person. I like to think. What I think it's time we find out what the fuck is going on with that person. As he just points to the window.
I'll see if I can glean something as I'm going out to get my materials.
Oh, I'm going down to find Sachi.
Oh no, you aren't. You are going to rest, mister. As they try and push you back towards a bedroom. Emphasis on trying.
Yeah, it's not exactly hard.
You're talking to the kobold that is literally the runt of his clutch.
Yeah, it's still not hard. Can we? Someone get the fucking bureaucrat and just tie him to a chair. Tie him to a chair.
Demi's already gone down
Some-
to grab them.
So something is not right with that person, and
Is anything
Since
right
we're
with
in-
any of us?
have any of us jumped out of a window?
Would you like us to answer that?
So
No. Have any of us actually jumped out of a window for no goddamn reason?
you're probably hearing things just like clattering as she's running through things in like an alley somewhere. As she
My
attempts to find a
point-
place to hide.
I'm just looking everywhere. My point is proven.
Sachi back.
I'm just gonna go ahead, go out and get the materials needed to complete the necklace. Which I'm assuming are various different gems.
Mm-hmm.
How much money am I spending?
Let's see. To get everything that you would need. One second, doing math.
I know you said math, but I heard meth.
It would cost you about 46, 47 gold.
Okay, not as bad as I thought. So each 46, 47 gold. I'll go for an even 50 for some backup stuff, just in case I mess something up.
Okay.
So I am down 5 platinum. What do I feel like it's gonna end? What do I feel like somehow it's gonna end up like that one meme where this one guy's coming in with a pizza and everything's on fire?
How platinum?
Liz? I rolled
Yes?
something very bad.
What'd you
What did
roll?
you
Sachi's mental state.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
no.
exactly what it is.
But a platinum is 10 gold each.
No. I'm asking why has everyone got platinum suddenly?
Remember that
You're
we
all given platinum?
How? What? When? And how much?
You're all given 10 platinum. Did you not
Did
write
you-
it down?
No. When was this? Was this a
Like-
session I missed?
No, it was like when you finished up at the town with the Selkies.
Yeah, we bullied the mayor into giving us 10 plat. Each.
Each.
Right,
Mhm.
that makes more sense now.
Yeah, I've got 10 platinum on my sheet.
Yeah, I had none. I was wondering
I
where
have
the
five
fuck all this money came from.
I have 5 platinum now.
I know that you
Alright.
gave a good chunk of it to your crewmate to run the estate, but I don't remember how much you gave.
Oh, did I give
Okay,
all
that-
of it to them? Oh, I gave all of it. I gave all of it to them to run the estate and invest it, didn't I?
Yeah,
That's why.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make
yes,
sense.
that was very familiar.
Yeah, I know that Sachi
that
gave
remembers.
half of hers to them to make sure that everything was up and taken care
Yeah.
of.
So, while I'm out, what's everyone else doing?
I'm dragging Sachi back to
Um,
the apartment.
When at what point can Dorian have a frank talk with Vixen?
When Vixen wakes up because she's sleeping. Vixen was planning on taking a bath first, but then people asked questions, and then Vixen had sad, so Vixen is having sleep now.
There goes the perfect sleep schedule.
And Vixen had sad is now my favorite term.
I posted what happened in DM rulings as you requested.
Oh no. What do I got?
Oh,
Oh no!
That feels
Hey.
no. Okay then. This will be interesting when Demeter catches up to Sachi.
Which is
Should I
pretty-
vocalize, or should we just wait?
Which is pretty fast. Which is pretty fast given Demeter's speed.
Yes. So, Demeter, you find Sachi literally. Okay,
Sachi's cowering in fear, very poorly hidden, in a barrel in the middle of alley that's looks like someone just crashed straight through that shit. Rocking back and forth, muttering very strange, broken fragments of so many different languages it's hard to keep track of.
Honey, an animal's trying to go through the trash again.
Demeter sits across from you and goes, Sachi, hi? Are you okay? Hey? Waves paws in front of you.
how does Sachi react?
She shrieks in abject terror and summons an abomination
Oh no.
as she uses all of her action to just tear ass out of there. Picture like an eldritch abomination of tentacles, tendrils, eyes, and just fanged mouths gnashing. That's Colburn, by the way.
Why does Sachi have direct access to Hermaeus Mora?
You see, like, disjointed spider limbs creeping out of the black form as the only thing that she's mentally commanded Colburn to do is buy time as she flees and tear out of the city as fast as she possibly can.
Demeter would give chase, trying to stop her. What's your speed? Sachi, what's your speed?
Alan, what's
It's
Sachi's
30,
speed?
so that would be 60 feet per
I have
turn
four-
if we have turns.
I have 45. You're not getting away from me. You're
Well,
getting
Colburn's gonna try to stop you, so.
good Good luck.
It's
with
going
that,
to
Colin.
be the incarnate form.
Okay.
Good luck with that, Colin. I just teleport in front of Sachi with my teleport boots.
That would work.
So I teleport in front of Tachi and tackle hug them.
As you try to tackle her, she'll basically disappear as she transforms into a normal-sized fox and still tears ass out of here.
How fast is a regular fox?
Probably not that fast.
No.
Let me check. Fox has 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, so again, I grab you.
You are now holding a fox, and Colburn is coming at you.
I'm just gonna sit in a ball and hug it with Sachi and hug it. Just hug Sachi in a ball until they calm down. And put the cupcake close by. One of the cupcakes Sachi and Demeter made together.
It's terrifying her even more.
The fear will pass. The hugs will continue. Demeter is trying to speak and reassure them, but I'm assuming the words go right over Sachi's head.
As far as Sachi can tell, she's being consumed by an eldritch abomination, while a knight in shining armor is trying to protect her. And it's trying to feed her some kind of multicolored, like black, purple, orange, and green, like sickly green food stuff.
Demeter should know that Sachi decorate the cupcake icing.
It's not what the thing actually looks like. This is what she's seeing.
I know, I was joking.
But yeah, she's freaking balls right now.
Once
She's gonna struggle as hard as she can to get away from you. What should I roll for this?
Make a contested athletics or acrobatics check.
Yeah. I assume magic awareness is useless.
Yes.
Could I try to bolster Sachi's fey magic to get them to calm down?
You could try. And I'm going to roll something for Colburn.
Yeah, she's not giving any direct inputs. Just help is all she's screaming at Colburn right now.
Okay,
And here I thought she was supposed to be the comic relief.
Guys, let's get them sectioned.
Colburn is going to make Colburn's going to cast a spell as Demeter, everything around you suddenly fades to dark.
Is there a save against this?
It's darkness, there's no save.
Yeah, okay.
And then you feel two... No, well, the first one misses, the second one hits. As you feel a blade pierce into your shoulder.
Demeter yells in pain.
And it does 11 damage.
Wait,
Yeah,
did Sachi actually escape from Demeter there?
Yep.
Yes.
Last thing you hear is Demeter yelling in pain.
To her, it sounds like Eldritch Abomination screaming in anger.
It can be both.
And by the time the darkness has cleared up, Colburn is gone, and Sachi is gone.
She's still running through the city like a mad woman trying to escape. By the way, all of her equipment's on the ground near you right now.
I just take
Because
her.
she escaped as a fox, which means all of her equipment fell off.
Yep.
I'll take her. I'll bag up her equipment and take it back to the apartment. For later. You guys all see Demeter come, except for the ones that are awake anyway. See Demeter come back with probably like a bleeding arm.
You have a
What?
pierced arm. You are carrying all of Sachi's stuff, and Sachi's not with you.
What happens?
When I tried to calm Sachi down, they summoned a creature and it pierced me. They turned into a
And
fox and ran
where's
away.
Sachi now?
Under some kind of, I think I saw nothing but fear in their eyes. I think they're in a world which is just nightmarish.
You saw
Yeah.
absolute abject terror. Like pure unadulterated terror. Not disguised at all, just pure terror. Like the most visceral that you've ever seen. It's just in her eyes.
Ugh.
Never seen anyone so scared.
Would I somehow encounter her as I'm either shopping or coming back from shopping?
Let me roll this.
Yeah, let's see where she ends up.
She's not focusing on dying, she's just running.
Yes, as you're finishing up your shopping, you see a scared fox, like a small spot, just hitting into every single object as it's running.
Could I? This is
the Eldritch Abomination following it.
Yes.
Could I make an assumption? Can I easily connect the dots and realize this is Sachi?
Roll me a wisdom check at advantage.
It shouldn't be too hard to figure it out. You've seen her as a fox before.
You see
8. 20. Okay, I'm going to attempt to grapple. Emphasis on attempt.
I think we have roughly the same strength.
Yeah.
Contested athletics again.
But here's the thing, you can use dexterity. I can't. Oh wait, that's... There we go. 17? Oh wow, I actually got you. Calm
You said
down,
athletics,
calm down.
right?
Yep.
Or acrobatics for the one being contested.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Acrobatics is what I use. Oh, okay.
Yeah, either way you failed.
So you've managed to grab me again.
So, what can I do here? I don't have calm emotions. I don't have any of that kind of shit. What can I possibly do? I don't think that would work. And this just gives me a proficiency in something.
Cast Bonk on Head.
Boot to the head.
God damn it! I think.
The boot to the head.
There's a sun. Boot to the head. Wait, what?
Another one for getting into it.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad. Do I have any chloroform on me?
You probably have some chemicals that you just knock someone out with, yes.
Can I try to use that? Would that be alchemist supplies?
Yes.
He's gonna struggle and resist this as much as possible.
Alchemist, I'm going to assume either intelligence or dexterity.
I was going to say dexterity for this one.
That's fair. 15.
And should I do a contested roll to see if I can avoid it?
Yes, roll me an athletics to try to avoid it.
Alright, come on. Here it is. Come on, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep. Falling asleep. Falling asleep, okay.
And yeah, as you fall asleep, Colburn returns to their normal-ish state.
The state that looks like an actual person instead of a strange eldritch abomination.
Hey there. What happened?
She is afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Everything.
There's nothing more that she fears than everything.
I've never seen her like this. I mean, yeah, gone crazy and crawling on top of the roof, but jump out of a third-story window and
5th story window.
yeah, sorry, fifth story.
Face planted into the ground and then tore ass out of there.
Yeah, fall into an alleyway and keep running.
You've
But-
obviously never seen someone having a true panic attack. The truest kind of panic.
I'm abolishing car alarms.
Where
Give me-
everything that they encounter causes panic.
No,
The one thing she fears most out of anything and everything is disappointing or hurting someone she really cares about. And she literally just watched that happen with Vixen. And it shattered her brain.
We should
Let's-
get her back to the others.
yeah, I'll make sure to put her in one of the rooms that doesn't have a window. And here I thought I was just going to be buying stuff. No, I'm actually using... I feel wrong using my chemicals to put someone to sleep. Like, really wrong.
If you
Just
hadn't, I would have struck you.
I know, but it doesn't change the... Look, without context, and without you there, that just seemed wrong.
You probably also see blood on Colton.
Yeah, on Colburn's hands, you see blood dripping off. As I said, if you hadn't, I would have struck you.
Yeah, fair enough, but it doesn't change the fact that I still feel wrong about it. Seriously, I don't want to become someone like that. Just, ugh. Okay, let's get going. As they're carrying the fox over their shoulders, I'm imagining either equal size or bigger than him.
Actually, she's pretty small as a fox.
Yeah, I'm 1'9".
Right.
Actually, when you do that, Colburn's going to pick you both up and carry you both.
Yes, well, okay.
Hey, free ride.
Yeah, but isn't Colburn like about my height?
Yes.
This feels weird.
He's about 6'5", 6'6", I believe.
Yeah, he's a fell neck that's tall. Yes, they're both small and medium-sized fell neck.
Right. Look, I'm so used to Valora.
Yeah.
That I forget that. Oh yeah, it's sort of like a herringon situation. They could be small or big.
Yeah, it all depends on whether they are real or man.
I'm being picked up by a cat person while I'm carrying a fox that's either my size or just a bit bigger.
And then Colburn just jumps up onto the roof and starts running across the roof to get you back to the inn.
Cue me screaming.
Once you get back to the inn, you see Demir in some water. In the water, just cleaning off a stab wound.
Yeah, I imagine you hear as they're running along screaming.
And Colburn enters through the window that Sachi left out through.
Okay, that's it. We're done running, right? Running across the roof. Okay.
I have returned with them.
Okay.
Just put both of them down.
I will be putting them into a room that is devoid of detail as much as I can make it. Then I'm coming back to patch you up.
I apologize for stabbing you in the arm.
I don't hold you responsible.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Tomato got stabbed. I pretty much chloroformed.
Oh, no, that. Did you bring them back to the penthouse?
Yeah,
I got
Colbert
carried
did.
back. Yeah, Coburn
Okay.
did. And putting them in, removing as much detail as I can to make sure overstimulation doesn't happen. And then coming back to heal wounds before finalizing work.
Man, I rolled low for those checks.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I agree? No. That is not. There we go. Okay. Cure
Someone is
wounds.
briefly unconscious.
She has a very tenuous grasp of her mind to begin with, and she rolled like really freaking low.
Demeter, you get 7 points of healing back as I gain a point on my transformation on my magic build-up meter. I do. And they slip. They start to take off their clothing, but then decide against it and just sit next to you while laying out everything. I feel wrong doing what I just did, but on the other hand, if I hadn't done anything, I would have been back here with these same wounds.
Demeter just gives a... doesn't say anything for once, just gives a... just a... no, an affirmative sound so you know that they heard you, but they don't talk.
Ugh. I need to focus on something else. Let's get this over with, and hopefully this will be the last time I have to do anything for this. Not that I don't
By the
enjoy
way,
it.
Sidon, when Demeter got stabbed, you did feel it in your arm.
Also, I was wondering what that stabbing feeling was. Okay, what am I going to need to roll? A jeweler's check?
Yes.
Are you going to try and pick up Demeter's emotions right now as well while you're close to her?
You know what? Sure. Insight?
Yeah.
Sure.
15?
Demeter's trying to repress hatred.
Urge to kill. Rising.
Like, Demeter, it's a thing where, with the way Demeter is, she knows Sachi's not to blame. Her rational mind is telling her Sachi wasn't in their right mind, they didn't mean it. But at the same time, someone they considered pretty much their best friend ordered something to stab her.
I wouldn't blame her.
I know.
As Coburn said to me on our way here, I think what she thought was hurting or disappointing someone just drove her over the edge. And considering how her mental state is, chances are she didn't recognize us.
I know, Demeter says with a bite in there. I'm not an idiot. She smash it. You hear some rocks smash in the pool where she probably hit something.
If you could, ow, ow. What am I rolling for this? Dexterity, intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. Intelligence. That is an 18.
Okay. It takes you a while, but you're able to get it put back together.
Just. think I say now is probably just gonna make you angrier, but I'm just saying.
I don't want to hate my friend.
Then don't. Try to understand.
Try sending them teddy bears.
God damn it! Just remember. They may not be here the next day. So enjoy the presents while you can. You know, I've got this done. You know what needs to happen next? Besides, I feel like you could use it after today. As Sidon puts it on and gets into the pool with them.
Mm-hmm.
For one final rest, hopefully.
And as you're doing that, since we've seen what everyone else has done during the day, what has Agamida been doing?
Well, Agamida, after the conversation, where Vixen described her her story, where she came from, Agamida was a little taken aback and unsure of how to proceed. She went to the roof to kind of think about things in a environment that she's comfortable in. Uh, so she's kind of like just laying on the roof um, in the sun and thinking about like like why why she feels unsettled. Like she's not used to um, being uh, like she's not used to caring about like smooth skinned people, right? She's used to just caring about the feelings and opinions of lizard folk. So she's just kind of having a moment on the roof.
As you're doing that, Felix is hunting insects on the roof.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's jumping at bugs and small birds that perch on the roof, and mhm. Yeah, and whenever he catches something, Agamira, gives him like a little treat, a little like jerky that she keeps for this purpose. I don't imagine anything, important happens, and she's missing all the action, all the
Yeah.
whatever's happening with Chachiko.
I mean, you
And
probably hear the screaming in the background after a while.
You do at one point
Mhm.
hear Sidon screaming as Colburn carries Sidon back into the place.
uh-huh. And she when she hears that, she kind of looks over the edge of the roof to see if there's any like some kind of roving monster um attacking the townsfolk that she can then slay for a trophy. And seeing nothing, goes back to sunning herself.
And with that, we come to the nighttime as those who had to sleep slowly start to wake up.
Does that also include Sachi?
Yes.
You wake up in a near featureless room, aside from like maybe a, a bedside table, a small candle, and the bed you're sleeping in. I imagine clothesless, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's completely naked.
So it's Vixen and so Vixen and Dorian are also waking up as well, aren't they?
Yep. And Sidon and Demeter are getting finished with fixing their problem.
Okay.
By the way, how is that going?
You'll find out in a sec.
Okay.
So
Well, the first thing Sachi does after she leaves the room, assuming it's not like sealed shut or something,
Yeah, no, we're not monsters.
is to go straight to Sidon, Demeter, and Vixen. Bow her head very low, like literally hands on ground, knees on ground, head literally grinding into the floor kind of thing, and apologizing profusely. In almost the most like devoid of emotion voice that you can get. You can just see, like, visibly, she is so sorry. And it seems to have, like, drained all of the emotion from her with how bad she feels.
Sachi, just get up. It's okay. Listen. I know that you.
She
I'm sure
just
you.
wanted to help. She just wanted to give
Yes.
you some
Yeah.
form of comfort, and all she could think of was a scent of home.
Yeah. Vixen just says to her, Sachi, I'm sure that you were trying to help, and it was thoughtful, and I appreciate you wanting to find a way to comfort me. It was. I, I was in a fragile state at the moment. Just about anything would have pushed me over the edge. So don't be too hard on yourself for what happened. Sleep was the best intervention. That was what I really needed, and I've gotten that. I'm better now. I'm fine. I There was no lasting harm that your actions uh, caused me, so everything is fine. All is forgiven.
I have still done you a grave disservice, and for that I am truly sorry. It was never my intention to hurt you. It was never my intention to cause you pain. I will forever bear this, and I will forever be sorry for what I have done to you.
You don't need to burden yourself like that. It was an honest mistake. I don't hold it. I'm not holding any grudge against you. So you don't need to be burdened by this. And then Vixen, just kind of like just puts her hand on Sachi's shoulder and just says, "It's okay." And then Vixen just kind of goes to the bathroom to like freshen up a little bit.
The mate's trying not to look hurt, trying not to judge, but the mate
is
How-
everyone in the room? Is everyone in the room?
A little
I
bit,
s-
yeah.
I assume everyone's here for
Like
dinner.
like
Yeah.
um I'll say this. It makes sense. I'll say this while Vixen is freshening themselves up. No, I think we need to have a frank conversation as a group. Anyone object to this? I think we need to have a frank conversation where we kind of looks at Sachi, act like adults, and actually talk about what the fuck has happened in the past. 2 days.
I think what happened is pretty clear. If I may summarize, Dorian is now a werebadger.
I don't mean it. I don't mean a summary of what's happened. We all know what's happened, but I think we need to have a conversation about what has actually happened. Because we are in a very dangerous place. We are in a city run by criminals. And there is at least 2 of us that in some way, shape, or form have lost control of themselves in some way. That is myself, and that is Sachi. I don't want. I agree. I'm. It's not my place to judge about what happened, but we need to be frank about this.
So,
Now,
And while you're telling everyone else about this, Sachi has directed all of her attention to Demeter alone right now. Head still on the ground, still bowing. I understand if you hate me. I will not blame you for it. I deserve every bit of your loathing. I have failed you, and I have failed everyone else here. It was never my intention to harm anyone. I only wished to help.
I don't hate
I
you. I'm just
truly apologize for everything that I've put you through.
Again, I don't hate you. I'm just very upset right now. You can see some shine in Demia's eyes where she's trying to hold back the rage, her rage, because you know what happens when her rage manifests. And unlike most barbarians, Demia normally has pretty good control of their rages.
Demeter, Sign's trying to give you a hug.
They would accept it.
It's just
Okay.
more so just trying to comfort.
okay, okay. So, why are we here in this city? As he's looking around at everyone.
Just to suffer. Sorry. Correct though.
But generally, Dorian has complete. Generally, Dorian does not know why we're actually here right now. He's assuming it's something to do with Vixen, but he's kind of lost the plot a bit.
Vixen's looking for information on their family, and then
Okay.
And then once we've finished with that, we're planning to sail to which city? I forget his name. Sorry, I'm bad with.
Well, the Sea of Knives, but
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But
Vixen,
yes.
where can we
was the
get
Sea
this
of Knives or
information?
the Sea of Glass?
Sea of
Sea of
Glass.
Shards.
Sea of Shard Sea.
Yeah, Shard Sea. Yeah, that's it.
So,
Well, I want to get to over the. I cannot pronounce.
we can do that.
But that's like,
Sachi.
She's still bowing to Demeter.
Sachi. I think right now we just need to let things calm down a bit.
No, and Dorian shouts,
No.
"Right now, we need people to act like fucking adults." Sachi, pick your fucking head up.
Looking at Dorian and pointing with a
Oh, I
questioning
know.
look.
I look at it. I know I'm looking like a dick right now, but I said we are in a very dangerous place, and we need to know what the hell that was.
Would I know how dangerous it is given my shopping spree that I took?
Yeah,
Is it dangerous?
a bit. Yeah.
Like, dangerous enough that everyone will be knocking on our door with a knife in hand asking for money?
Not that dangerous. Imagine about as dangerous as could I put it?
Are we in Gotham or Bloodhaven?
Gotham? More Gotham than Bloodhaven.
Alright, so the better city.
Look, we're not in that much danger. Yes, we could get stabbed in an alleyway, but that's not going to be happening easily. Let's be honest. All of us are armed to the nine hells.
Scotchy, what was that?
After a bit of a pause, the only thing she can tell you is, I don't know. Everything warped. Everything changed. Everything was trying to kill me. Everything wanted me dead. Everything was crashing down.
Can I try and insight that as to what, more specifically, what was the meaning behind those words that she said?
Hey,
She
you're
is
almost-
literally stating it word for word what happened. The world warped. The colors drained. The walls started sprouting eyes. Mouths started appearing, gnashing. Blood was dripping from the ceiling and the walls. Every living entity appeared to be an eldritch abomination akin to Colton's deity, if not worse.
Okay,
Sachi's face.
did you just say that out
Yes.
loud?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
Not
Sachi
quite
just say
in
that out loud?
those ways because she doesn't know what Colton's deity looks like.
But you said
But I'm
you
about
saw
to do
eyes and
something that should explain everything.
Yeah, something akin to Larry.
So-
need reminders of the nature of visuals.
Yeah, Larry
Sachi?
Larry the godly appendix.
Sachi.
And she shows you exactly what she just saw.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Carl just looks around and just thinks, yeah, it's pretty familiar.
You all saw an Eldritch Nightmare Abomination.
Hmm.
Oh.
As you
Everyone
apparently-
can see exactly what they looked like in her eyes.
Should I even ask what I looked like?
To describe it, a mass of tendrils, eyes, and just bone fangs, roughly in the shape of. What's a good example? Kind of a half lizard, half centipede creature.
You know, I think I know a good representation. Who here's played Bloodborne and gone across the bridge?
Yep.
I have
Bridge
not
to
played that
Aeraus.
yet.
Oh, have fun. Have fun.
I got to a thing called like it was like the starving beast. There was,
And
there was a thing in a church
like,
that didn't be it.
if Demeter were to
Not Starve
look
Beast,
at
yeah.
himself right now, you'd be a twisting mass of slime, eyes, gnashing mouths, and tentacles and just tendrils that appears to be lashing out and grabbing at Sachi
Oh.
as though it's trying to devour her.
I'm really curious what Colton looks like. But does he actually look any different?
Colton looks perfectly healthy, but he has no face, and there's kind of an abnormally healthy glow to his skin.
Did they take
Okay,
his
so
face?
You also
looks
are
better than normal.
surrounded. You are also surrounded in kind of a weird heat haze of every imaginable color that kind of blurs your form.
So he looks less
Because she did
horrified.
not see you when she was freaking out.
I'm going to pour holy water over Sochi and cast protection from good and evil. Because this shit ain't normal.
Does that do anything?
I cast exorcism.
Not a damn thing. She's just crazy.
So I'm gonna post this. I'm going to spoiler it because this is a creature from Bloodborne. This is what I'm imagining.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
A lot more tentacles,
Okay.
a lot more bone spikes, and that's pretty accurate to what she's seeing.
Okay. Sochi, just stay there. Everyone else, with me.
How does Demeter react to seeing what Sachi just saw?
A bit sad that you see her like that. She understands. It's the thing where Demi is a person of two brains. She's smart enough to understand the emotion, the detached, non-emotional context of you were having a panic attack. This is what you saw. But Demi,
But it doesn't hurt any less.
But Demi is also very immature, and so trying to not lose the emotional side.
Okay. Let's. Do you mind if we have a conversation, like, without you for a second, Sochi?
Certainly.
Okay, everyone.
Is what I deserve.
No, this isn't punishment. This is just we need to have a conversation. And I think it's better if we have it politely, with all due respect, without you. If that's all right.
Completely understood.
Yeah, come on, everyone. Let's just into another room, please.
All I
I
hear
guess I'm
from
going over
you,
here now.
spineless
Listen.
cowards, is how poor you are.
Come on, everyone. Come on, Demeter. Come on.
Yes, I would like to
Just
be
as
able
he
to-
closes the door, he's just going to close it very gently and go, I mean this in the politest way possible. That person is loopy and crazy and needs professional help.
I mean, it's not that weird. I see that every time I close my eyes.
Colton, you've seen that though.
Not everyone has.
They're tied to
From what we can tell, but what I'm saying, no. What I'm not an expert in this area, but I think Sochi's ill. I think they need a doctor, generally. I don't think we're equipped to help her.
Listen, psychiatrists haven't been invented yet.
They sign goes.
Have they?
Yeah,
They
sign
need a
goes
doctor.
sign goes to raise their hand when you say we need a doctor, but then lowers it when you say, and I don't think any of us are equipped to deal with that.
I don't think it's a medical thing. They're just tied to the Fae, and the Fae sees reality differently. And unless we break that connection,
Okay.
outside of breaking
In that case,
the connection to the Fae, which I don't think they would want, I don't think a doctor's going to help.
okay. Either way, I don't think we can help them. So what do we do? Because I have no ideas.
After seeing this, and you know, seeing how she's acted over the course of my time interacting with her, would this bring to any light any sort of like, I don't know, rumors that I might have heard throughout my time working about some sort of group or any sort of similar stuff?
Roll me a history.
History don't fail me now. Ooh, 23.
If you've heard enough about Jinroll, then yes, it is a very uncommon, rare condition in which someone cannot, for lack of a better term, succinctly determine who and what they are within the network. Basically,
you're talking about disassociative disorder.
Basically, to put it simply, what she is at her core is all of the knowledge and all of the information and all of the data that every single person in general has in their head in one giant core lump. So all of the nightmares they've ever had, all of the monsters they've ever studied, all of the legends, all of the tales anyone has ever spoken of, this is the core of their being.
From what I heard, it's akin to a hive mind. It's nothing we can do, but to sever her from that would be.
They do have their own personality. They do have a distinct self, but they've lost themselves in it, is a better way of phrasing that. It's not so much a hive mind as I can't see myself through the trees kind of thing.
Basically, passing around ID cards and you don't know when you'll get yours back.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically, think of it like a roulette system.
Okay.
Putting your own ID into it. You don't know if you'll get your own ID back. But in return, you get access to knowledge from everything.
What do we do?
I don't think there's anything we can do aside from try to walk more carefully. Yes, I understand we're walking on eggshells at that point, but we can't just sever that kind of connection. I don't know what kind of mental problems that would cause. If we do that, we might be doing more harm than good.
Coulson?
Necro?
Yeah? Hello? Sorry?
We can hear you again.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, so what was that?
No, Dorian just... Coulson?
Yes.
What do we do?
Otherwise, did you know my question of have psychiatrists been invented yet?
Yes, they are. They are. You have encountered psychiatrists in some countries, just not in every country.
And they don't
No,
really. And they don't. And psychiatrist doesn't really work for a Fey hive mind.
Right. You don't know. Therapy can do a lot for people.
Yeah, but
General doesn't allow psychiatrists into the Empire because they're worried what psychiatrists will do to the information network.
Can you imagine what a psychiatrist would charge someone who's connected to the network? Billing the person for everyone connected to the network?
Just billing the entire country.
That is terrifying.
Most people aren't as messed up as Sachi. She's an extremely bad case.
From what I hear, though, she is more extreme than the others. But again, just kind of make sure.
Great. That's great. But I'm assuming we're not just gonna lock her in a window windowless room. I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record. What the fuck do we do?
Just try not to make it seem like she's
Liz,
us.
did Sidon roll high enough to relatively understand Sachi's condition?
Yes.
Okay. Sachi, as off and bizarre as she seems, is largely, for lack of a better term, easy to handle.
There are worse cases.
Yes.
Easy to handle and easy to get out of control, though.
Could have fucking fooled me.
The only real thing you have to worry about with Sachi is if she gets disconnected from the network. When she gets reconnected, she can act a bit crazy, as you saw earlier. And if you hit very specific triggers, in Sachi's case, it's feeling as though she's harmed someone she deeply cares for, or feeling that she's failed someone she deeply cares for. That's when the mental break has a possibility of happening. I have to roll a 5 or less on a d20, as she's got about a 10% chance or so of, well, not 10, she's got about a
25.
quarter of a dice worth of a chance to fail and go nuts. And then, as you saw, I was rolling those wisdom saves to try and pull her back into the normal brain space where everything isn't terrifying and trying to eat her. And that's basically just need to keep her from feeling that she has harmed people she cares about, or feeling as though she's completely let someone down.
In essence, avoid disconnection.
Basically, she has to avoid doing what she did to Vixen. That's how bad it has to get before I have to roll to see if she has to make that save.
In essence, avoid her disconnect. Try to keep her from disconnecting, and to avoid making her feel like she is harmed or disappointed. Yeah, as she felt she did with Vixen. I know it's eggshells we're treading on, but
And she also kind of feels like she's done that to Demeter.
and honestly, I think she might feel like she's doing that to Demeter as well.
Which is why I'm trying to keep a happy smile about all this. Demeter says, clearly still. Very annoying.
She'd honestly be happier if you just basically lopped off her arm and let bygones be bygones, but that's not how Demeter works, and that's not how anyone in this group seems to think.
No.
No, trust me.
If you'd upset a Garmida, she would just beat you in the face.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're telling me is, we essentially have a ticking time bomb.
That can be unticked.
Her prime thought when she does end up in an environment like that is to flee. Not to harm, not to do any damage, just to flee.
As seen, she only runs. She doesn't try to harm. If it happens...
Points to the necklaces. Maybe if she wears one, someone else wears one after you fix it.
By the way,
Wicked stable.
What? God, what kind of effect would that happen?
Demeter is saying to do it once you remake the item stable, though, not to yeah.
As you say that, they just look at you like you have 4 more eyes.
It's like, did you not just see what she saw?
Did you not just hear what we said? She is connected to everyone. If I'm connecting to one person, if I'm connecting to her, I'm connecting to the entire country of Jinral.
Well, I assumed you were, since you're really smart, I was hoping maybe you'd be able to figure out a way for the necklace to not have that much of an effect. You know, tamper it, not full connect.
I appreciate the thoughtfulness and compliment of that, but I'm not that good. Not that great at all.
You're the smartest person I know, and that's why I trusted it.
They look kind of a bit down when you say that, but try to force a smile. Thanks.
Okay, so we're fucked.
Hey, I mean, maybe you, considering your lack of a filter.
Why do you...
By the way, Darian in normal Sachi mode is a vaguely fluffy, like fuzzy humanoid green creature with angry eyes, like cartoonishly angry eyes.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know what Dorian's thinking about doing to Sachi. Nothing violent, just kind of go. By the way, this is not. He's not saying
Yeah.
this because he's like, yeah, no, wait, I
Sachi's usually kind of a fluffy airhead that's just
yeah,
happy.
Yeah.
Look, all
So
you have to
Vixen,
do is just avoid triggers.
Vixen pipes up. So, listen, it sounds like right now, from what Sidon said, it sounds like while while this is not the norm for people from Jinral connected to this network, whatever this is, while this is not the norm, it also sounds like she's not the worst case, and kind of like looks aside and for like confirmation that she's kind of understanding this right.
Uh,
So
Hers is a bit stranger than others. Would I know that there have been worse cases?
Well, yeah, even you would have heard of Sinai the Exile.
Or the one who essentially became a central brain like creature or
Yeah.
person. Essentially, think the Illithid giant brain.
There was Sinai the Exile and that one. Ugh.
Who literally tried to take over all of General through the network by brainwashing the entire populace, but because that's not how the network works, failed miserably.
Okay.
But she's far from the worst case. But she is still quite more advanced than the others.
it just sounds like
Okay.
she needs to be mindful, but perhaps with some with us, with all of us working together and trying to how do I put this? But maybe we could work together to help her develop better management skills, or how she connects both to the network and to the shared world around her. She might be able to develop or adopt more useful management techniques for engaging with the world around her.
Better coping
So,
mechanisms in case
Okay.
something like this happens.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this once, and once only. Just so it's out there, and so, okay? And I'm not saying we do this, but I just I need to be open and just, like I said, I'm only going to say this once. Okay? Sachi, and he's going to whisper so that Sachi doesn't hear this, is batshit insane right now.
Looks to you questioningly.
Right now?
If it was, I'm not saying we do it, which is why I am asking for other people to come up with how we do this. If it was up to me, I would run for the fucking hills.
You already did that and came back looking worse for wear.
Yes, I heard the story of how certain people in this group ran away from literally nothing, and they weren't Sachi.
You know, when you put it like that,
When you oversimplify everything, Agamida, it sounds stupid.
I heard the
Think of-
story.
Yeah, think about that.
there's
They
more
are
the
insane.
embodiment of nothing.
They are insane. We should not have to deal with this. They should be with people who can actually help them.
I have another question for the group, and I don't think we'll get to this very soon, but I would really like to visit the desert where for to answer the challenge that I was given through the mail. And I just want to make sure that this is high on the priority list.
Agamida, I would love that. I'd love that to be on the high priority list, but we have a fucking standoff in the room next door.
I mean, Sachi has always been Sachi, though.
I know what, she will always be a friend to us. But I do not presume to speak for all of us, as they look to Dorian.
Hey,
Dorian, I think we all understand.
I am just expressing my concerns, and I'm just being frank with you guys. Okay, I'm not saying we do it because I'm not a dickhead. But
I have learned to tolerate all of you being a potential threat to my survival. And if I could do it, I'm sure you can too.
That's a good one from Agamida. That's really good.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't abandon friends even if I'm upset with them.
Vixen will kind of like level her gaze with Dorian and just say, I understand where you're coming from and do agree that although each one of us have our quirks, we have issues that we bring to the group, and some of those issues come with risks that everyone in the group has to um, endure. And it does seem that Sachi herself represents a threat, a an unstable risk to the group, and that is not it. Again, it does not seem like it's through any fault of her own. It does not seem like it's a conscious effort to be a threat to us, and I trust that she is interested in improving. And I think, yes, if she does become a greater threat to those around her, and if we are incapable of not only protecting other people from her, but also protecting her from the environment and from herself, then perhaps, and only for her benefit. Vixen kind of like leans close to the Dorian as she says that part. Only for her benefit will we begin to contemplate looking for a reputable, reliable um, institution that can help her.
Very sure the only people that could help is if we took her back to her home country.
Right. But
Said my piece. I'm not saying we do. I'm just.
Get your idea out there.
Then again, hardly any of us can speak. We have a newly born werebadger who can't control his shifting yet. We have no clue where my magic comes from. A Gumidar has. There was an old book about a dog I used to read who had a nephew who was very scrappy, and the Gumidar has the same energy as him. Sidon is a hot mess of issues.
Yeah, I'm not doing okay.
I get where you're coming from, but and I think maybe this is where my worry is. My thing, highly predictable. Sidon's thing, highly predictable for the most part. Our friend, that can happen at any point.
If we activate any of the triggers, as stated, which we can avoid.
I get that, but I was addressing that point. This is not me trying to downplay the issues that I bring, the issues that Sidon brings, the issues that any of us bring. It's just.
Yeah. Well, it's not highly predictable. It is able to be controlled. It is fairly easy to be controlled. It's
Okay.
somewhat with mine, but it's inevitable.
Hopefully next time if she does try to run again, hopefully Sidon will be actually paying attention next time and can hold person her before she gets out the window.
Oh, please don't put that kind of pressure on me. I already had to use chemicals to put her to sleep once. I don't want to do it again.
Sorry, not Sidon. I meant points to Cohen. Sorry, I'm tired.
Again, you need rest, and actually, yeah, I'll stop my line of thinking there. I was about to be selfish there.
Right. At this point, I think we're just going in loops here. Let's.
As you're all talking, you hear at the door.
We didn't hear anything. If you were.
Damn. Okay,
I'm assuming you knocked though.
By the way, Sachi's still on the floor in the other room in the bowing position towards the door. She has not moved an inch since you guys went into the new room.
Sachi, as soon as they hear the door knocking, Sidon will open the door, look to Sachi, say, Sachi, you're forgiven. Just.
And you who goes to open the door?
Once the door opens, Sachi will finally stand up, bow to you, and say, I am truly sorry for all that I have done and all that I have wrought unto you. I will depart, and you will not have to deal with me again. Never again shall I darken the door.
No. You know, don't be stupid.
Look, we were having a discussion. We want to make sure that we don't make you feel like that again. It's. No, yes, things happen, but.
We just
basically, she's saying that she's willing to depart
No.
leave and return back to Cardilas, where you'll not have to see her outside of maybe a bureaucratic meeting every now and again.
No, Sochi, no. We had a conversation in there because we needed to just. We didn't want to cause you. We didn't want to cause you any issues. So we just needed to talk. That was
And
it.
we're just trying to figure out ways to make sure you are more. We're just trying to make sure it's easier to make sure to keep you calm rather than having to put you in an environment that would just cause that to happen again.
You're still our friend. We just know that.
She sort of tilts her head to the side as though not understanding. And you can
But
kind of tell that the emotions have been seriously muted.
the,
To
after
put
what
it
happened,
simply, she's overcorrecting.
but after that, I kind of figured you're part of the general mind thing, right?
Pauses for a bit. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well,
Oh,
with your,
by the teacher, this is going to be difficult.
if it's secret, I understand, but with everything that happened, we understand that yours is not the worst case, but it is a worst case compared to others. And we're trying to accommodate that. We don't want you to leave. You're a friend. You're wonderful. Just a few things we have to watch out for ourselves. To make sure you don't feel unwelcome.
Understandable. I will continue to perform my duties as necessary.
And they'll run up and give you a hug.
Sidon, to me, it slaps you across the back of the head. Turn your emotions back on.
Sachi kind of cocks her head to the side, as though trying to figure out what's happening.
Be my friend again. Smack, smack. Not hard enough to actually hurt you, but you know, gentle slap. Stop it.
Now then, on to other
I
matters.
think you meant Sachi instead of Sidon then.
Yeah, I meant Sachi.
Yeah, meanwhile, on to other matters. Apologies. Who is this that we are going to be speaking to as they open the door?
Sachi's
As
still
you
kind of
see-
cocked to the side, trying to come to terms with Demeter's forgiveness.
As you see the bear, Bartholomew, with a large tray on his back as he walks into the room.
I always wondered how that works, but I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I'm actually genuinely curious how this.
I figured you might want something to drink.
Oh, thank you. What did you bring?
Some tea.
Okay, nothing alcoholic. Good. Okay,
Oh,
I feel like that's the
what?
last thing we need.
Okay.
That's great. What kind is it?
Cherry blossom tea from Kyoto.
Vixen kind of just you see like tears well up in her eyes a little bit, but she kind of the having a good night's sleep allows her to have the bandwidth to not have another breakdown. Happily takes a cup, sits down, gets relaxed, and then just takes a sip.
Sachi stares directly at Bear, bows deeply, and says, "Would you please teach me how to make this tea?"
Of course. I got an extra stock brought in a couple of weeks ago when a couple of old friends stopped by.
Vixen locks eyes with Bear and asks, "Is it people from the other side?"
Yeah, Veritas the clown and Ashel.
Okay.
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Wait, there was a
And
clown? What? Oh, I'm asking.
one
A circus
thing
always eats
before
clown.
we completely cut off, Demeter, while they're doing their conversation, Sachi would again bow to you and say, "I would truly appreciate if we could be friends again. I truly treasured our friendship,
We
and
are.
I am
We were.
utterly sorry for what I have done to you."
I was mad at you. It doesn't mean we're not friends. But no, no muffins for a week.
Understood.
Harsh punishment. Wow.
Also,
I gotta do some
Demeter's
dishes,
going to be getting
everybody.
the absolute best of Sachi's pies and muffins for that entire week.
Yay, victory. Say
Alright, I
goodbye,
gotta go.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
This time it was Sachi's fault.
Are we? Okay. Are